What up, everyone? It is Toshi, and today we are talking about Demon Slayer Volume 6. So, I know it's been like almost 20 days since I last uploaded anything. Not really gonna go like really deep into why. Just had a lot go on in like my own personal life. I went off my meds. I'm now on new medication, so I've had a lot of mental health stuff go on, I guess. I'm in and out of hospital quite a lot. I've just had a lot go on, but I don't really want to talk about that. I want to get back into the swing of things. So, Demon Slayer Volume 6. This is really good. We get our first introduction to the Hashira. We see Tanjiro and Inosuke and Zenitsu begin their training. We don't meet the 12 Kizuki, but we understand their layout a little bit more, and as for like how they structure the type of organization that they are, if you could call them that. Yeah, we get to see a little bit more of Muzan as well. And obviously we also meet the head captain, I guess, of the Demon Slayer Corps. I've already forgotten the name. It was a very complicated name, but I do have it here. Yeah, head of the Demon Slayer Corps, Kagaya Ubayashiki. So yeah, that's him. His ability is also sort of interesting. Well, no, we haven't really seen his ability yet. I'm hoping this guy is going to be like really powerful, but obviously we don't know. And it says that the rhythm of his voice and movements soothes those he addresses, which is supposed to be like an ability possessed by a lot of people who have sort of a charismatic personality, I guess. At least that's what the book says. But no, yeah. So we start off obviously where we ended Volume 5. Tanjiro is just defeated. Well, not Tanjiro, but Giyu. Tanjiro and Giyu are protecting Nezuko from Shinobu, and Shinobu wants to kill Nezuko because she's a demon. And and then a crow appears that basically states that they're not to be harmed and they have to be taken back to headquarters, which is obviously where we get to meet the Hashira for the first time. And these guys are really cool. Like, I know, like, we all know what they look like anyway, but like, could we just like appreciate like the artwork? Like at the beginning of chapter 45, like when we actually get the first introduction to the Hashira, they immediately look very intimidating, very powerful, very cool. They're going to be very interesting characters. Obviously we get to see that they're very different in terms of personalities. We see some of them that are for helping Nezuko and Tanjiro, and we see some of them that want to kill them both, because obviously Tanjiro is a human, a demon slayer traveling with a demon, even though Nezuko is his little sister. One of the Hashira, Sanemi, I think that's how you pronounce it. The Wind Hashira tries to attack Nezuko and prove that Nezuko is like just like every other demon. Because he basically cuts his arm open just to prove a point. Because like, he basically wants to prove that all demons are the same. So he cuts his arm open in hopes that Nezuko will try to drink his blood and attack him, but she doesn't. And it's at that point where the leader of the Hashira state that Tanjiro and Nezuko have been accepted and they have to be protected and looked after, not hurt. And the Hashira clearly have very mixed feelings on that, but that's the ultimate decision that the head captain makes. Well, I don't want to say head captain, it sounds too much like Bleach, but like the leader of the Hashira. So Tanjiro, Zenitsu and Inosuke all get new swords, which is quite cool. We see a little bit more of Inosuke's personality, where he gets 2 brand new swords and then immediately goes outside, grabs a rock and destroys it, basically, because he wants the blade, he wants the edge to be all jagged. So that sort of ties into his personality a little bit. Like I said already, Inosuke reminds me of Kenpachi. I like to think of him as like Demon Slayer's version of Kenpachi. And yeah, so, and what else? Tanjiro also masters total concentration constant, which is where he uses his total concentration technique all day. So first he discovers he has to master that, and then Zenitsu and Inosuke master it after him. But he learns that he has to, because he can use total concentration for a short amount of time, but he learns that he has to be able to do it all day and all night, including when he's asleep, and he eventually gets that level and completes his training along with Zenitsu and Inosuke, and then they get sent off on their first mission, I believe. Well, no. We get to see Muzan. So we learn that the 12 Kizuki are in two separate categories. You have the higher 1 to higher 6, kind of like the Espada. Higher rank number 1 being the strongest, and lower rank number 12. So you have, it's a little bit confusing, right? So obviously we've got the higher rank 12 Kizuki, numbers 1 through 6, number 1 being the strongest, number 6 being the weakest out of all of them, out of all the higher ranks. And then we have the lower ranking 12 Kizuki, numbers 1 to 6, 1 being the strongest, 6 being the weakest. But obviously all the lower ranks are weaker than all the higher ranks, and all the higher ranks are obviously stronger than the lower ranks. And Muzan in the end destroys the lower ranks anyway and states that he only needs the higher ranks. The higher ranks, their members haven't changed in over 100 years, but the members of the lower ranks are constantly changing. So Muzan basically just states, I don't need you guys, and kills them. I only need the higher 12 Kizuki. So yeah, we see Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke complete their training in Shinobu's home. It was castle. I don't know really what it was. It was a mansion. It was a mansion, not a castle. We see what else we see in Volume 6. They complete their training. We get to meet the Hashira. They get new swords. We get to meet the leader of the Demon Slayer Corps. Anything else interesting happen in Volume 6? I don't believe so. Quickly flicking through now, see if there's anything I forgot. We learn a little bit about Shinobu's backstory, about how her sister, was killed by a demon, but she had sympathy for demons. She thought that they weren't monsters. She had the same attitude as Tanjiro, and Shinobu says to Tanjiro, can you, if you carry on my sister's dream for me, that will make me happy, stuff like that. We learn a little bit about her backstory, and then we see Muzan kill the lower ranks. So yeah, I mean, Volume 6 was great. We met the Hashira, we met the 12 Kizuki, sort of. Or at least we learned more about them. We saw more of Muzan. We saw how strong Demon Slayers could actually get to an extent. We saw training. So, it's Volume 6, at least from what I've interpreted, is setting us up for the rest of the series. At least I imagine. But yeah, sorry, this video is confusing. It's been ages since I last filmed. I'm not really... This is all new and weird again. I need to get back into the process of doing YouTube and doing all of this. Sorry that I was away, but like I said, had a lot of stuff going on, mental health, relationships, family, friends, work. It was all just getting way too much. But I'm gonna try to start filming and recording again, getting back on YouTube full time, all of that. I'll be reviewing Volume 7 after I finished it. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. This is Toshi, signing out.